Good morning and welcome to Backyard and Beyond. And good morning to you, Susan Oliver.
Hi, LaVon. Thanks for having me again. I'm
Yes.
thrilled to be here.
Great. And we appreciate you coming out and being live. Here we are live today.
Yes,
We like to do
absolutely.
that often as we can. Well, Susan, I'm really excited about what we're going to talk about. It seems to me that 4-H is just stepping right up to the technology because now you can be a 4-H member and be somewhere else.
Absolutely. We have a new opportunity called Studio 4-H. That's what we're here to talk about today. And it is, it's not housed anywhere. It's online. It's a safe format. The mentors that are part of the program are screened volunteers as well. At this time, there's a youth field specialist who's heading that up primarily. So it's very monitored. There's a login required. So as I went and scoped it out, there's nothing I can see as a public person aside from the videos that they post. Studio 4-H is to learn more about digital storytelling, different formats using new technologies. And so young people can sign up to be a part of Studio 4-H, and that would be their 4-H club, or they can be a part of a current 4-H club as well. What they would do is they would go in and sign up for Studio 4-H, and I would be notified that they've done this, and we would enroll them in our county program, but they could either be part of a 4-H club or they could hold their own independent membership. And then they would still get our communication, and they would have the same opportunities available to them that any 4-H'er does.
I just think this is so exciting. And I know some people are probably going, oh, we already do way too much computer stuff, and there they can do this on their own, and they're not with other kids. You can find a whole list of reasons why maybe this wouldn't be a good idea. But it may give an opportunity for some young people who can't belong to a regular club for some reason. Who knows? It's just another new opportunity.
Sure. We definitely have to be going where the kids are, and technology is a huge part of what we do when we talk about, we're here live today. Well, there are other opportunities for us to be doing this program without being here face-to-face. It's career development for them because they need to be adaptable. They need to be using technology to be competitive when they are finished with high school.
Okay, is there only one project they can carry, the project related to the technology, or can they carry other projects once they are enrolled in this one?
They would be considered a true member of the 4-H program, and they would have the same opportunities as any 4-H'er. We do have an independent 4-H program that's been around for 5 or so years. It's not highly taken advantage of because part of the really great thing with the 4-H program is being able to socialize, get that sense of belonging, be involved in the club projects, and be a part of Mardi Gras, those kind of things. But they will be able to carry this as like a science and technology project, so they would be able to exhibit at the fair with just this if they chose to. They would be eligible to exhibit other project areas as well.
Okay. What about, because I know this has sort of happened in the past, where a child may live in another state with their parents, but they come to Cass County to live in the summertime with grandparents. And, would this be a good project for them?
Sure, we would definitely have some flexibility on that. We do kind of try to accommodate young people if that's their situation anyhow. They would be considered an independent 4-H member. I'm not sure when they register exactly how that would all go through, so it might take a while of them communicating with the state 4-H office and our office here, but that would definitely be a possibility.
But statement right there that you just said, we try to accommodate every youth, whatever the situation, you try to work with them.
Sure, and that's still being respectful of the rich tradition, but also recognizing that our young people face a lot of their own unique challenges that maybe young people didn't face 100 years ago. And we need to be supporting those kids and bringing to them everything we can, bringing all our resources, bringing them the outcomes, the communications, citizenship, leadership, life skills, because I think that those should be available to every young person that wants to take advantage of that.
So if a parent or grandparent is hearing this and saying, maybe we ought to look into this, how would a young person go about finding more information and then actually getting enrolled?
Sure. They have their own individual website. It may not come across very well on the radio. So they can go directly to our website at extension.iastate.edu/Cass. They can also search Cass County Extension, and if they add in Iowa, they'll find us. We have a link right there on our website. There is a direct state website.
And it's long, right?
Well, it's just kind of confusing. Group is split up, so it's grou.ps/ESET, ESET, Studio 4-H.
And I understand why you say that's kind of confusing. It would be easier to go to the Cass County site to find it.
Sure.
Or even probably the state site, if they just put
Absolutely.
in extension iastate.edu.
Yeah, and the state site has a lot of great resources. Some are really important for our 4-H members. There's even some age-appropriate games and networking available on the new State 4-H website, so very interesting to check out. And that's extension.iastate.edu/4H.
Okay. If a person enrolls in this project, are there opportunities online through the computer to correspond with other members of this project?
Well, this particular project is set up as its own social network, like Facebook, but it's its own network. It's the
kind of like
state
walls around it.
Sure. There's the State 4-H program has developed their own social network, basically, and depending on what area you're in, so there's like a State 4-H council group, and only State 4-H council members can be a part of that. This is a Studio 4-H group, and the only people that are granted access to anything but the videos, because we want people to be able to see their awesome products. Anything besides the videos is limited to just these members, but they would be connected with other members across the state.
So they have that way of networking with other people with similar interests, and that's a great way to get new ideas and expand their thinking about this project. I just think it's really exciting, Susan. I don't know how much it's been out there yet, if members are kind of getting acquainted with this, and probably have to think about it a little bit.
Sure, it's definitely something different, but I think it's really exciting when you talk about the digial storytelling. Who doesn't want to make their own movie?
Yeah, very good. Well, we have a couple of things we want to mention that are happening, and I understand 4-Hers play volleyball.
4-Hers in Cass County especially play volleyball. We like to think our 4-Hers can do anything, but Cass County has a good tradition of a club volleyball tournament. That's this weekend. We start our first game at 12:30 at either the Schuler School or the Atlantic Middle School, and we have 12 different clubs participating. What we did a couple years ago, we know that it's a little bit difficult sometimes to get your whole club together, and we also know that we want to be reaching out to non-4-H members. So the junior age 4-H members can invite friends to play on their volleyball team as well. So if you have a friend in 4-H and you want to get to know a little bit more, you could ask them to join their team.
Good. Have a little fun. And people can come and watch, and I assume. And
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep,
see what's going on. Yeah. So if you have more questions about that, you can call the Cass County Extension office. And then something else that's been going on for a long time is Discovery 4-H.
Sure. Discovery 4-H was developed here in southwest Iowa. It was a way to kind of break in, if you will, the young people, teach them more about the basic or the more common project areas, and allow them to explore within those few areas before they take on the whole project enrollment, 50 different project areas.
I was going to say, and how many project areas are there?
Sure.
It's unending.
So it was good exposure for them. Well, here in Cass County, we do a Discovery 4-H workshop, and that is the 30th from 2 to 5. We also invite parents to do an informational meeting on opposite of the workshop. And the registration for that is due by the end of the day, which at the Extension office was 4:30 on Monday the 17th, so coming right up.
Next Monday.
Yes, and this year we want to be able, again, to be reaching out to people who might not know about the program. And so for the 4-H members, the fee is $5, and they choose 3 different project areas to work in. So they'll have 3 things to take home. And then non-4-H members can participate for $10 and make the same choices. So the registration is on our website, or they can contact our office.
And what are the projects? Well, there's a lot of them. How many projects do they get to choose from?
They will choose from 6 of
Okay.
the 14 is
Okay.
how it is. And so it's entomology, child development, clothing, food and nutrition, wildlife, and garden are the
All right.
options this year.
Very good. Thank you very much, Susan Oliver, for coming out to visit
Thank
with
you
us.
so much.
Until next time, here's the thought. Act as though it were impossible to fail.